Okay, shalom, shalom, kwam yasha'ala, koholoimla, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, and thereby the Spirit taught us His beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and H.I.M that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. The Shachanan the Waf. It's coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And wanted to touch on this article. It says, we put our 3-month-old baby up for adoption. We just don't have time to look after her. So this is the world that you're living in Esau, Edom's kingdom. And these are Edomites too. This is the so-called white man these days. This is what he is falling to. You know, this is what he is falling to, right? So let's get a little bit of the article, which kind of, a couple of scriptures popped up, a couple of things, flew through my mind like these motherfuckers here, man. Anyway, it says a man, this is the U.S. Sun in the article by Olivia Stringer. It says a man has revealed that he and his wife are giving their 3-month-old daughter up for adoption as she doesn't fit into their lifestyle, right? The dad revealed that his wife, Catherine, had not appeared particularly interested in their daughter, Elizabeth, since she was born and went back to work just 2 weeks after giving birth. Okay, show you what a simp this dude is too. It says he said that the couple are both workaholics, and added that Catherine's mother, who lives with the family, looked after Elizabeth most of the time. Taken to Reddit, the dad shared that his wife only interacted with her daughter when she needed something and never picked her up when she was crying. All right. In a second post, he shared that the couple have decided to give Elizabeth up for adoption as they are too busy with work to look after her. The dad revealed that Catherine's mother had gone ballistic when she heard the news, and it was eventually agreed that Elizabeth's grandmother would adopt her. Yeah, I don't know if this is his mom or if this is her mom, but either way, either one of these, whichever one of these is your kids, you had to have known that they didn't have it. You had to have known. You know what I'm saying? And more than likely, who knows? This could be the baby mama's mama that don't want to do any goddamn thing. Anyway, it says when asked by Reddit users why he was choosing his wife over his daughter, the man said, "I can remember life without my daughter." That's a bold ass, cold ass statement right there. But guess what? What's he doing? Why is he responding in that way? Because he's a goddamn simp. He doesn't have the balls to tell this woman, hey, look, man, you need to shut the fuck up. This our baby. We gonna raise her. You know what I'm saying? Hey, And this is why you women should be in the workforce. There was a time when, the men went out and done the work, and you women stayed at home and you raised the children. Here you go. You're such a workaholic that you want to put your baby up for an adoption. And this is coming from the dude. So I'm sure that she has no problems with it from the way that the story is going. She has absolutely no time for the baby because you're a workaholic. Y'all didn't save up enough money and shit to say, hey, well, you know what? We're going to raise, I'm going to be at home at least for the next 5-6 years or so, whatever, until she gets to a certain age, whatever. And then your mom is there, She's there. She's taking care of the baby any motherfucking way. So what do what's the deal? You don't have time enough when you get off work, damn, how much time would you actually have to really put into the baby? A couple of hours, 2 hours at best, 3 hours after work. I'm sure you're up, you know what I'm saying, any motherfucking way. It's not like you just nose diving straight into the bed when you get off, but this is the world that you're living in. This is that the women of I need my career. I want my career. And you men, man, be careful. Well, I don't think we're going to be going that much further anyway. We're praying that the Lord comes this year and not allow this type of bullshit to carry on any further. But you men, be careful about these women that you're getting with, man. These women are fucking careless as hell these days. Because this is coming from the so-called white woman. But this lets you know how far their kingdom is falling off. They just done fell off so damn bad to the point where this is where it's at. You're a workaholic. Come on, bro. Anyway. Yeah, and this is real simple. Like, let me see. Let's get what he said again. He says, I can remember. It says, when asked by Reddit users why he was choosing his wife over his daughter, the man said, I can remember life without my daughter. You can't remember life without that bitch? This some real simp like shit, man. Hey, gird up your loins, man. You men of the Lord, gird up your loins, man, when it comes to these women, bro. Straight up, man. Don't just be going for the bullshit, man. He says, I struggle to remember life without my wife. I love my daughter. Don't get me wrong. No, you don't really love this baby, man. Cut it out. And adopting her out would be no easy feat. But keeping her could make my wife miserable. So, let that bitch step. You take care of her. That's your seed. See? This shows you how much of a simp he is for the woman, that he will actually give up his seed. And you can clearly see, if she don't care about the baby like that, she don't care about you, because why? She don't care about your seed, which is you, nigga. It says, what I want ultimately is whatever is best for Catherine and for Elizabeth. And I honestly think this may be the best option for everyone. So, okay, so the grandmother is going to adopt the child, and the grandmother's still in the house with the child with y'all. So what the fuck that shit is just dumb. So what now? You're just gonna what? You're just gonna walk into the house and go into your bedrooms, cook dinner and eat and all this other shit, and just roll all by the baby, huh? Esau, man. Okay, it says Reddit users flooded the reply section of the post, many of whom were shocked by the couple's decision. One person said, this dude sounds like he has zero emotion at all. Oh, man. Basically, treated the abandonment of their child as a transactional exchange between two parties. Yeah, and that's pretty much about what they done. Okay, it says, another person said, these people sound like robots or aliens trying out human life. It says, who in their right mind creates a whole sentient life, does a few months of work to raise them, and then just says, it's not for us. A third person remarked, the only worthwhile thing these people did was get the baby to someone who would love her. Hey, yes, you got a point there, maybe there, hey. Says, I know empathy is a problem needed here, but fuck these people. This person said that, they say, holy hell, their whole response is so robotic and devoid of affection for a human they birthed. As a matter of fact, see, when they saying that, let's get the scriptures. We're going to chop it up with some scriptures. Because what does the scripture say? What does the Lord say? He said that, in Matthew 24:3, Matthew 24:12, Salakia. In the last days, the love of many shall wax cold, because iniquity shall abound. The love of many shall wax cold. That's a cold way to think of a seed. This dude had to have known this woman was like that, because that's not no workaholic type shit right there. That's selfishness. You had to have seen that this bitch is selfish as hell. Why would she even carry your seed all the way through that term like that? Bring the seed, and then you just some simp that's just like you. Ah, boy, interesting. Shit, well, hey, you know what? You should have found you another woman. See, that's what, and she could have still been at the crib. You could have been still at the crib with her. Let's see how she would have took that on. Oh, well, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm a workaholic. I don't want to deal with you like that. But I got another woman that don't work, and she's going to take care of me and the baby. But I still live here. You see what I'm saying? And this is why, multiple wives came in handy during the ancient days, man. The sister wife could take off a load on you. And now also, too, when I thought about this and I seen that, and I'm like, okay, well, just think about the so-called black woman during slavery. You had the so-called black woman nursing your babies, getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock, whatever time, well before sunrise, of course, breakfast fixed, 4-course meal, 5-course meal, coffee, you know what I'm saying? Everything cleaned, doing dishes, doing laundry, and laundry was different back then. You put time in the motherfucking laundry back then. You know, scrubbing shit out on the scrub board in the damn foot tub or whatever. Hanging them bitches up online, on the clothesline. Taking them bitches down after they dry, folding shit. Just constantly, the so-called black woman was working all fucking day long. Wasn't no 8-hour shifts. Here you go, this bitch working an 8-hour shift and she can't come home and stay up enough time to feed the baby, get the baby washed up, dressed, and little stuff like that. You know, nothing too major. But here you go, you had the so-called black woman not only doing that shit for this so-called white family, all that shit, but coming, you know, back to the shack, the cabin, the shed, and doing shit for her own little ones. And still keeping up with them and showing them love. You know, and the so-called black man, he was out in the fields working hard as fuck. Mind you, neither one of them getting paid for none of it. Eating number scraps and shit. You know? And see, we have to be real thankful, man, to the Lord that there's a remnant of us still even alive, man, all the shit we done been through. Here you go, literally, all the shit that our people used to see, that's the shit that they used to, you know? They want that make America great again attitude to go back down. Motherfuckers sit up all goddamn day, don't do nothing. Here you go. You hate the so-called black people, but you allow the so-called black woman to put her tit in your baby's mouth. You know what I'm saying? To be to get nutrients. You know, just a bunch of weirdo shit, man. These people weird as hell, man. We need out of this man's kingdom. I mean, this is just a clear indicator, man. But they said that they don't have affection, and we bring this scripture out all the time. Salakia. It's that 1 Timothy, I think it is. Nope. Is it 2 Timothy? Yep, 2 Timothy 3, and let me start at verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves. That's what's going on right here. These people are lovers of their own selves. They're only thinking about themselves. Covetous. See? Why are you working so hard? All that workaholic shit. You're covetous. You want everything. You're not content. The scriptures talks about being content with what you have, man. All that running around out here trying to get every goddamn thing, it ain't gonna do nothing but have your ass tired and driven to the bone, man. You ain't gonna be able to enjoy the shit. Because you're trying to have more than what the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, is blessing you with. Peace is better than anything, man. It says, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. Point I wanted to make right here is verse 3, without natural affection. These people don't have no natural affection. That right there shows you clearly. It says in the last days there should be perilous times. This is an indicator that you're in the last days. Because look, the so-called the so-called black woman, she'd be so stressed, she'll throw a goddamn baby in the trash. You know, what's the movie Saving Isaiah? I think with Halle Berry, shit like that. With a so-called black woman, you know what I'm saying? She was out here so strung out on the dope and crack and all this shit that Esau put in our neighborhoods. You know, so our women started to get really treacherous towards our children, man. You see, and that goes off into so our women went through a lot of that stuff, you know. But when there was a time when, you know, before drugs and all that other shit like that, man, the so-called black woman, man, she would be sewing clothes, knew how to make a meal stretch, knew how to plant a nice garden, kept fresh shit in the kitchen, you know, just kept a clean house. It might have not been no big house, no big ass cabin, or no, you know, the big house. You know, but them little shacks, man, you know, our women used to know how to keep them shits up. Man coming home out of the field, you know what I'm saying? You know, because they was both being worked to the bone, but, you know, still, you know, they had an hour, 2 hours or something to, you know, to lay up and you enjoy the baby. The baby would already be put to sleep. So, you know, back then, too, wasn't all this social media and shit. So it wasn't like kids, you know, kids went to sleep at a you know, a really good time. You know, they was weaned to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Basically about the time that the sun would go down. Well, none of that staying up to 10, 11, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. Motherfucker got to be up and go to work at 5. Nah, wasn't none of that. You know, it was a better time then. Anyway. It just reminded me of this is talking about the daughters of Israel, though. The children of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American women. It says, even the sea monster draw off the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people has become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness. So guess what? Now that is starting to be reversed. That curse is starting to land on the so-called white man now. Because these so-called white people have been fucking their kids up lately. You know, they've been finding these kids all off in dog kennels and shit. Barking. Dog shit all over them. They locked in a closet and shit, chained up. So the so-called white man, he has been found to be cruel to his own children, as opposed to before it used to be other way around. See, the so-called white man, they don't have nothing to treat bad like how they used to treat us bad. So now they treat each other bad. It's just within their nature. Right? But let's go back into it. I mean, hey, we applaud it, though. This is not nothing I feel sorry about. Shit. Fuck them. Let me see. He says, this person says, holy hell, their whole response is so robotic and devoid of affection for a human that they birthed. A fourth person noted, this is my worst fear about having children. But this is also why I never had any and used 2 forms of birth control at all times. So guess what? Esau, Edom, he done made it to the point where it's not enjoyable for you to have children. He done made it to the point where you have to work so hard and things are so expensive that you can't enjoy these children. Because what does the scripture say? The scripture says you should be able to enjoy your children. I'm going to get this one because this is going to be like a twofold boy. Let's get this one. Check this one out. Ecclesiasticus. Got a little bit of life on here. Phone about to die. But anyway, let's get this real quick. Ecclesiasticus 25:7. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and a 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies. So twofold here. You're supposed to be happy happy with children. But also, we're seeing this as a fall of our enemies. So we're happy even with that. We're happy to see the fall of our enemies. We're happy to see that you're so stressed that you would give up your children. Yeah, go for it, motherfucker. You took our children and sold them and done what you wanted to do. So a lot of this stuff, man, is just really just, these people are reaping what they've sown, man. Let's see what else they got. Oh, yeah, I got 5%. Let me get busy real quick. It says, I was a planned child who was neglected, and still baffles me what my mother was thinking. This says the lack of guilt here is what's getting me. I have shown more emotion than this saying goodbye to dogs I fostered for a few days. Hey, that's Esau though. Esau loved their dogs, man, more than, they love them damn dogs. That's one thing about Esau. Esau love a goddamn dog. He love a dog more than anything on this motherfucking planet, man. Straight up. Okay, so that was it with the story. But, what kind of caught me, too, was some of the comments. Because at the same time, too, in the comments, you're not seeing the guilt or you're not seeing the outrage that you would see if this had been reversed and this had been a so-called black couple. If this had been a so-called black couple, motherfuckers would be all over their asses. Them was just simple comments that these people were talking about. But this person says, good for them, recognizing their inability to be parents. Why didn't they recognize that shit before they laid down? They didn't know that they was, laying down, with unprotected sex, that could lead to a possible pregnancy. Hell, y'all got everybody aborting all they goddamn babies anyway. Why don't you have an abortion? Right? It says this is much better than making a child grow up in a home in which they are seen as a burden rather than love. Somebody replies, yeah, but they should have talked about not wanting kids before she got pregnant, and either her or him got fixed. They knew they were workaholics. They should have taken precautions. A person says maybe they thought they did, then realized it wasn't for them. This person says, I guess I didn't think of it that way, but it just breaks my heart to know that a parent or parents would have children and then realize that they don't have time for them. How self-centered. Man, they knew that shit. You had to have known that. This person, Bonnie Taylor, says, well, thank God they didn't kill it or abandon it. If they don't want it, it's better off to go with a family who does. Some people just shouldn't be parents. They're just too busy to be bothered. This person says, amen. This person says, the article says the baby is going to go to the grandmother, which means they will be in and out of that kid's life, and she will grow up knowing definitely that her own parents didn't want her. Yeah. Anyway, this person says, I'm glad they decided to give her up instead of killing her or abandoning her. Now get fixed so it doesn't happen again. But see, that's the point that I wanted to make right there. Because see, these types of comments, those are not deeply embedded outrage comments. Like, you should be outraged. Like, bitch, what's wrong with you? Nigga, what's wrong with you? Your soft ass. You don't see none of those comments. You know? If she's a workaholic, she want to be a workaholic. You know what I'm saying? You know, obviously, y'all got to have some change set up. Unless you just some of those people that just out here living check to check. This kind of sounds like some of those people with those careers and shit. Probably sitting on a couple of $100,000. Anyway, I don't know. But let's get this right here. Because, like I said again, those comments, had these been so-called black people, they'd have been all kinds of animals, all kinds of dogs. How dare they? I can't fucking believe it. You fucking, you know, this, and, you know, all kinds of negative shit, right? But when it comes to the so-called white man, they get the benefit of the doubt. Why? Because this is their kingdom. All right? So it says, verse 3, it says, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not as troubled as other men, and neither are they plagued like other men. So see, that's the point that I wanted to make right there. They're not, you know, dealing with shit like how we dealing with shit. They can easily say, hey, no, I don't want the baby no more. I'm going to set him up for adoption, and, you know, everybody around. But where's your aunties? You know, where's the uncles, and where's the grandfathers, and where's their brothers and sisters? You know, they don't have no cousins. They don't have nobody is thinking like, you know, well, damn. Oh, so y'all just going to, you know, just going to put the baby up for an adoption? I mean, hey, come on, bro. We're not talking about this is out of a struggle or nothing. It's not like they're struggling. Definitely they're not struggling, hell, because it says they're both working. It's not like they, you know, saying like, okay, we're about to be put out on the streets. I don't know what else to do. I have a drug problem or any of this shit. These motherfuckers is just like, nah, you know, I thought it was gonna be okay. You know, it's just like returning a damn car or a shirt or something to Walmart or some silly shit. But anyway, I'm going to end out there, man. I just seen this and I'm like, yeah, Esau is able to get away with the bullshit. But this is just another indicator that his kingdom is falling. And so with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala.